Hello, welcome to TTV News on TayNinhTV radio and television station. Ladies and gentlemen, on December 20, the government inspectorate have a national online campaign on access and income control. Mr. Bùi Ngọc Lam, Deputy Inspector General of the government, chairs the campaign. Residing at the TayNinhTV Bridge Point, there were Mr. Nguyễn Thành Ngọc, Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee.
Speaking at the opening of the conference, Mr. Bùi Ngọc Lam said that currently across the country, there are 44,015 people who have declared additional income assess. 161,928 people declare assess and income. Authorities have verified the assess and income of over 13,000 people, of whom 2,664 people had errors in declaration according to regulations, of which there were 54 people. By the beginning of 2023, there will be cases of violations of dishonest declaration of assets according to party and state regulations. Through this conference, the government inspectorate, especially the parties agencies and the steering committee, will exchange, guide and answer unanimously on how to properly implement the parties' regulations and state law in the declaration, disclosure and verification of business assets.
Ladies and gentlemen, directing speech at the preliminary sections on the economic diplomacy to serve the national development within the framework of the 32nd Diplomatic Conference organized by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, which took place on the morning of December 21st in the form of direct conclusions, online coordination with provinces and cities. The Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính emphasized 6 key thoughts that need to pay attention to, including promoting the self-reliance, initiative and creativity in economic diplomacy. The Prime Minister pointed out 5 limitations and real 5 lessons learned in economic diplomacy over the past time to bring about the strict efficiency in the coming time. The Prime Minister also requested the ministry, branches and localities to focus on implementing 6 key tasks. That is, to continue to institutionalize and concretize the foreign policies in the spirit of the 13th National Party Conference, close to the new situation with innovative thinking and strategic vision. Activities must have a focus and be consistent with the world trends and strive to remove difficulties and overcome challenges. Improve the institution and cooperation mechanisms more closely, more fully closer to the real situation and organize effective implementation coupled with a review and evaluation. Diversify markets, diversify the products and diversify supplies, overcome production disruptions, promoting the self-reliance, initiative and creativity in economic diplomacy, strengthen coordination between the sectors and localities, and truly making the people and businesses as the service center. On this occasion, many groups and individuals with outstanding achievements in carrying out economic diplomacy received the certificates of merit from the Prime Minister and the Minister of Foreign Affairs also. And on the afternoon of December 21st, the General Department of Taxation organized a conference to summarize the tax work in 2023 and deploy the tax work tasks in 2024. The conference was connected online to about 63 of the tax departments, the provinces and cities. Attending the conference, there were Mr. Cao Anh Tuấn, Deputy Minister of Finance, Director General of the General Department of Taxation, Mai Xuân Thành. According to the report at the conference, the results of state budget revenue managed by the agency as of December 20th of 2023 reached for 1,396 billion Vietnam dong, equal to 101% of the estimate, of which domestic revenue reached for 1,336,000 billion Vietnam dong, and there are 29 over 63 localities that have completed the 2023 revenue estimates. The estimated the total state budget revenue in 2023 managed by the tax authorities is estimated at 1,448,000 billion Vietnam dong, equal to 105% of the estimate. And also at the conference, the departments and units under the General Department of Taxation, tax departments of provinces and cities have discussed solutions to implement the tax tasks in 2024. On this occasion, the General Department of Taxation has received the evaluation flag from the Ministry of Finance, and other individuals received certificates of merit from the Prime Minister and Labour Matter. Speaking at the conference, Deputy Minister of Finance Cao Anh Tuấn acknowledged the achievements the tax industry has achieved, and at the same time, it is recommended that the tax industry strive to complete their size estimate in 2024 and strengthen the briefings to remove entities and must speed up implementation of tax right from the beginning of the year, accelerating the development of legal documents, be more proactive in propagating policies to the people. And in the afternoon of December 20th, at a gentle historical relics area of the Southern Revolution Department in Tân Biên District, Tây Ninh Province, the Ho Chi Minh City Television coordinated with the Vietnam Border Guard Command to organize an insurrection and launch the ceremony of return to the war zone program. Attending the event, there were Mr. Nguyễn Văn Nên, Police Bureau member, Secretary of Ho Chi Minh City Party Committee, and Mr. Nguyễn Thành Tâm, member of the Party Center Committee, Secretary Provincial Party Committee, Chairman of the People's Council of Tây Ninh Province, and Mr. Dương Văn Thắng, Vice Chairman of Tây Ninh Provincial People's Committee, the Major General Nguyễn Hoài Phương, Deputy Commander of the Border Guard. The program Return to the War Zone aims to arouse pride in the glorious tradition and pay tribute to the silent contributions of border guards through the ages, and at the same time, there is also a series of One Heart fundraising activities of HTV with the companionship of many units, organizations, businesses, and hearts, with many practical activities towards the border people as a security force on the national border. And today, at the historical relic area of the Central Revolution Base of the Southern Revolution Department, also in that sense, the event kicked off the journey to which the border area marks the opening of the 30-episode series of program Return to the War Zone, broadcasted from January of 2024 to April of 2025 on TTVNEWS, channel of Ho Chi Minh City Television and other radio and television stations in the provinces and cities, and also on the platforms and digital platforms of the stations. The Secretary of Ho Chi Minh City Party Committee Nguyễn Văn Nên and representatives of Người Lao Động newspaper presented 10,000 national facts to the Border Guard Command of the Ninh Province and 100 scholarships to poor students in border areas, and the One Heart Fund received support from many associations and units with a total amount of 2.25 billion Vietnam dong, of which the Ninh Province Journalists Association donated for 100 million to award scholarships to students of the poor students in the Ninh Province. And the program organizing committee gave for 20 gifts to the people in Vietnam-Cambodia border area also. And ladies and gentlemen, on the morning of December 21st, the Provincial Association for the Protection of the People with Disabilities and Protection of Children's Rights organized a conference to praise the people with disabilities orphans and typical sponsors of the province for the fifth time in 2023. Attending the event, there were Mrs. Mai Thị Ngọc Mai, Vice President of the Vietnam Association for the Protection of Children's Rights, Mr. Nguyễn Mạnh Hùng, Deputy Secretary, Provincial Party Committee. Over the past 5 years, the Ninh has always deployed a lot of resources to implement many policies to support the people with disabilities and orphans. From 2019 until now, the association has mobilized over 96 billion Vietnam dong to care for disabled people and orphans. With the money mobilized, the association has carried out the work of sponsoring the people with medical disabilities, vehicles, livelihood support, and poverty reduction. Besides, there are many support activities for the children, such as giving away bicycles, giving health insurance cards, and giving scholarships, etc. At the conference, some typical people with disabilities and orphans share about their journey of overcoming difficulties in work and life to contribute to improving their family and personal finances and work beneficially for the society. On this occasion, 29 collectives and 36 individuals with outstanding achievements were prized and rewarded.
In the morning of December 20, the Vietnam-Cambodia Friendship Association of Tây Ninh Province organized the second Congress of Delegates, term of 2023-2028. Attending and directing the Congress, there were Mr. Lê Hồng Liêm, Vice Chairman of the Central Vietnam's Cambodia Friendship Association.
The Congress discussed and decided on a number of important contents, including report on the association's work for the 2018-2020 term and mission directions for the 2020-2028 term, report on the implementation of the association's charter for the 2018-2020 term, and orientation for implementing the charter for the 2020-2028 term. The Congress elected the Secretary Committee of the Vietnam-Cambodia Friendship Association of TayNinhTV Province. The second term, tenure of 2020-2028, including 27 members. The Standing Committee consists of 7 members. Members of Inspection Committee, Mr. Trần Văn Chiến, Vice Chairman of the Provincial Business Committee, was re-elected as Chairman of the Vietnam-Cambodia Friendship Association of TayNinhTV Province, the second term.
And also recently, Mr. Nguyễn Mạnh Hùng, Deputy Secretary, Provincial Party Committee, had a meeting with a delegation of the Farmers Union of TayNinhTV Province, preparing to attend the National Conference of the Farmers Union. The delegation of the Provincial Farmers Association attended with 12 delegates at the National Conference of the Farmers Union of Vietnam, the 8th times in Hanoi capital. And by this time, the group has completely prepared for the trip to go. All delegates are ready and determined responsibilities while attending to the conference. Speaking at the meeting, Deputy Secretary Provincial Party Committee Nguyễn Mạnh Hùng congratulated and encouraged the delegates attending the National Conference of the Farmers Unions, and he recommended that the delegates study project carefully, drafting conference documents and actively participating in contributing opinions, the targets for the task solutions and the breakthrough solutions. Contribute practical ideas to make the conference a success. And when the conference resolution is passed with the roles and responsibility of the delegates must continue to thoroughly grasp the implementation to the local tasks, achieve the practical results. And ladies and gentlemen, on the morning of December 21st, Ho Chi Minh City People's Committee held the opening ceremony program to connect supply and demand of goods between Ho Chi Minh City and provincial cities in 2023, and the program extends of craft villages and specialties region in 2023. The program also has the participation of more than 43 provinces and cities nationwide. This is a two-way connection activities, not only supporting localities to consume products, but also adding resources of goods to stabilize the market, meeting the diverse needs of the consumers, bringing regional specialties to the market consumers, especially during the holidays and the New Year Eve. TayNinhTV has more than 20 business and 7 craft villages products participating in this event. This year's Supply and Demand Connection Conference was held during the peak period of consumer demand stimulation, with a synchronous combination, simultaneously implementation of focusing on many activities such as essence of craft villages and regional specialties in 2023. Consumer promotion fair is expected to stimulate the consumption demand at the end of the year and the 2024 of the year of the Dragon Festival coming. And the program takes place from December 21st and to the end of December 24 of 2023. And ladies and gentlemen, currently there are many new drugs disguised in many different forms and are entering schools such as tongue charms, chicken jerky, and are used carelessly by the students and the pupils, becoming a matter of widespread public opinion. Parents and the schools are concerned because in reality, whether accidentally or intentionally using new types of drugs without knowing the harmful effects will have to get the unpredictable consequences. Facing with this situation requires management agencies as well as the school teacher and school boarders to take the more drastic measures. Recently, the Drug Crime Investigation Police Department and the Ministry of Public Security have investigated and destroyed a group that met and sold the new type of drug called heavy water. Or initially, the investigation agency determined that these subjects exported about 750 kilograms of drugs to the market, and the users were mainly young people, including the school pupils and students. The substance advised by the subjects are only stimulants, not active drugs, and is still very harmful and strongly affects the central nervous system as well as the cardiovascular system also. The substance often mixed into common foods and drinks such as e-cigarettes, snack, milk, etc., and making it difficult to detect with the naked eye. And the parents and the school leaders and also the young people need to be alert. Currently, synthetic drugs are increasingly diverse in the new time, cheap, easy to buy and easy to hide and easy to use, easy to bring into school and hidden in the forms of food, drinks and e-cigarettes. And this requires school to pay more attention and make measures to raise the students and the people's awareness. The children are at the age where they want to spread themselves to everyone, so it is easy to fall into things like electronic cigarettes for new things, etc. And it is also difficult for the school leaders and school managers to control the children. Along with the rising awareness, many local governments have also strengthened measures to control the food sold in front of the school gates. The terms of unknown origin or showing NGO sites will be confiscated and inspected according to regulations, and from there will be timely intervention step. New generation drugs have ability to cause addiction very quickly and at the same time destroy the central nervous system, making the users unable to control behaviors and often paranoid. And therefore, setting up barriers to prevent drugs from attacking to schools need to be done regularly and continuously from on these sides, family, school manager, functional process, and only then can we create a safe and ensure learning environment for the children to develop.
The audience localities in the province, as well as functional agencies, are making great efforts to increase the proportion of people using clean water in rural areas, especially in areas with centralized water supply station. However, the reality is that in areas not affected by a lump, many people still maintain the habits of using real well water, and this is not easy to change in a short term.
According to the results of supervision of the Provincial Business Council on the implementation of the target program on new rural construction for the period of 2021-2025 in TayNinhTV province, currently the proportion of households using clean water from centralized water supply projects in rural areas accounts for a very modest proportion, only reaching 12.1%. Currently in the province, there are 78 centralized rural water supply projects and one small water supply project. In areas where water is contaminated with alum, people's need for clean water is very high, while the existing infrastructure of centralized water supply works still cannot meet it. There are even areas with absolutely no water supply stations like in Goyal district. This issue has been petitioned many times by local voters. Meanwhile, there is an opposite story. In many areas where the water source is not contaminated with alum, even though the water supply station is located close to the house, many people still prefer to use real well water. In Bình Linh Hamlet, the La Camille district, there is a resettlement area where a water supply station has been built. However, after many campaigns, the number of households wishing to register to use the water supply source was too small compared to the station's capacity, and operating costs could not be guaranteed, so the water supply station has been abandoned for 10 years. In some areas, tap water has been brought to each household, but they do not use it and still use underground water pump for use. However, if raw water is not guaranteed in the long term, we encourage people to use it, at least for drinking. TayNinhTV province tried that by 2025, the proportion of the population with access to hygienic water will reach 100%. New rural communes are supplied with clean water, according to standard reaching 72%. To change people's habits and achieve the set goals, localities and functional agencies still have a lot of work to do.
And ladies and gentlemen, in recent years, the trend of using electronic vehicles has become increasingly popular, with many features especially being environmental friendly. These vehicles do not produce the direct emissions and are popular with the people also. In recent years, the market for electronic bicycles, electronic motorbikes, and electronic cars has become increasingly rich and diverse, and we can easily see the types of vehicles participating in traffic on roads in the city also. As a young person myself, I also regularly update news on environmental pollution as well as the current air pollution index, and also see that recently in TayNinhTV province, TayNinhTV city has appear vehicles running on clean energy such as cars and motorbikes. And it is also considered a positive new step of the development in environmental protection. Currently, due to the impact on climate change and environmental pollution, the trend of using electronic vehicles is increasingly receiving attention. With 100% of pure electronic taxis of Sun SM operating on the new vehicles with no waste, no noise, and no gasoline, it brings comfort to the passengers on the vehicle and the ability to build electronic cars on the road with the same calculation. Smart support, vehicle assistant, about 360-degree vehicle monitoring system, lane departure warning, blind spot warning. It not only ensures the safety for passengers as well as the drivers, bringing an enjoyable experience for many people also. Not only electric bicycles and motorbikes on the market today, electric cars are also popular with the consumers, and this contributes to reducing emission into the environment and thereby aiming to build a green transportation and environmentally friendly vehicles.
The today's news wraps up now. Thank you for your attention and see you next time.